asked for my number. I think he's the one. We're texting, but he seems to only answer at night. Maybe he's just busy. You'll not believe it. He said he loves me, but then he disappeared for a couple days. He's using it for your body. So he thinks I'm pretty? One of my last videos were how to know if a girl likes you. Well, this time you're gonna know if she's using you or he is using you. Guys are very simple creatures. They eat, sleep, go to work or school, and text the girl they like. So if they're not texting you back in like 10, actually I wouldn't even go that far, like 5 hours, he's playing with you. Even if he has a busy job, if he is into you, especially is in the beginning of the relationship or the talking stage, you're in his mind. All he wants is to talk to you, is to have a connection, is to learn more about you. If he's not talking to you, scratch it out. Even if it's a simple emoji. Girls, on the other hand, are more inclined to be very caring and emotional, like just naturally. They're not gonna just want to send you an emoji. One really good sign that you can get right away from a girl to know if she's using you, she wants to hang out with you only when you're spending money. So for example, you invite her to go to a nice expensive dinner. She's like, yeah, let's do it, I'm excited. Or let's go shopping. Yes. Let's go to a trip. I'll pay you for your ticket and for everything else in the trip. Yes, I'm so excited to do it. But then when you're like, let's just go for a walk in the park and get to know each other, you know, like hang out, spend time with each other. She's like, oh, I'll see if I can do it. Or I don't know about that. That sounds boring. Obviously, maybe she's not gonna say that sounds boring, but she's not gonna seem interested. This is actually a red flag for both sides. If you notice that you guys only have fun when the date involves spending money, are you guys actually enjoying each other's presence or whatever you're buying with the money, you know? The best times should be the free ones, and that's when you know it's real. And yeah, when you spend money, it's great too, but when you don't have any money to spend, it's also great, or it's even better. Like, it doesn't matter. You just enjoy that person's presence and you can see it, that they enjoy you too. Okay, now this one is very important too, but I don't know how you're gonna get to ask that because some people might take it personal, but you should know, when was that person's last relationship? I don't know how you're gonna figure that out, but if that person starts talking to you, but they just ended a relationship like a week ago, something's up. Like, why are you trying to get in a relationship? You need some time to heal. A lot of people tend to try to find somebody else right away, thinking that that's gonna help them to heal. But you don't wanna be that person that they're using just to heal themselves. And then later they're gonna be like, peace out, because I'm good now, so now you're the one that's gonna be hurt, right? And if they just broke up with someone, they also might be trying to use you to make their ex jealous. Sometimes that might not even be their first intention, but if they just got out of a relationship, you need to give them time to heal. And if you're the person that just broke up, let yourself absorb what you just went through and see how you can find someone better next time, and realize what are the traits that you really like and the traits that you don't, the ones that you accept but you might not like too much, and the ones that you don't accept at all. You know, all these things are important after a breakup, and if you don't think about any of that and you just go straight for another guy or a girl, it's not a good option. A sign that you can tell right away if the guy that you're talking to is a player is he a really good flirt? Is that the reason why you guys started talking and the reason why you were attracted to him in the first place? Like, because he's just a really, really good flirt. Whenever you're around him, he makes you feel beautiful, sexy, you know, have all these kind of butterflies in your belly. Even though you feel all these emotions around him, you never feel safe. You never feel like it's enough. Every time you leave and you're alone, you have this kind of emptiness, this kind of anxiety. Like, is this gonna work? Is it not? Is he actually into me? Like, he seems like he is, but then I don't feel secure for some reason. Trust your instincts. Another red flag is if the person you're talking to doesn't want to show you to their friends. It could be a girl or a guy. This applies for both. And then they say, oh, I just want it to be private right now. Private? What are you talking about? Like, why? For what? What's the reason? The deep reason is because they're trying to use you. Some people are very nice and sweet with you when it's a one-on-one, but then when they go out in public, they're just kind of dry. They don't want affection. Throw them out, okay? They don't deserve you. But Victoria, they did let me go out with their friends and then I met them. But how did they act when they were around you and their friends at the same time? It might not even relate to affection, but they are completely different. They are not the same person. That is also weird. I don't know. To me, red flag. Multiple personalities kind of person is probably not someone you want to be dealing with in the first place. Obviously, when somebody has a condition, I understand, right? The person has to take care of it and everything, but when it's something specifically, like when they're with you, they're nice and sweet, but then when they're around other people, they change and they're rude or they're just different. You gotta ask yourself, why is this person doing this? Or you're always there for them when they need you. When they call you, you're there. When they text you, you're there. Something happens in their life, you're there to help. But then when you need them, they vanish. This even applies for friendships. You use all your efforts to be there present for that person. But then when you need just the bare minimum from them, they say they're too busy or they can't do that. It's just a one-sided relationship. You don't want to be around them. Or they only say sorry to you and apologize when they need something from you. Like, let's just say they made you feel embarrassed in public. You tell them that hurt you and they're like, nah, man, whatever. Like, you're too sensitive. They act like that until the moment that they need you for something. And then they go to you and be like, I'm sorry, I think I did act too much. Come on, give me another chance. I'm sorry. And then they start acting so sweet because they need something from you. They only miss you when they feel lonely. This is something that honestly applies for friendships too, because I had a friend once that when I was at home texting them and everything, they would take long time to answer, sometimes not even answer for a month. And I would be like, okay, I guess they need some time. This person texts me, say, I miss you. At first I was like, okay, let's see what this person wants. So I start talking to the person. Something bad happened and they need help for something. They needed consolation. They needed a supporter, next to them. And I would be like, okay, I'll be next to this person. And then I would support this person. But then when I saw that this just kept happening, every time this person would text me, it's just because they're feeling lonely or because they're in a bad situation that they need someone to help them to get out of that situation. But then once they're out, they throw you out. They forget about you. They don't want to talk to you. They put no effort into continue that relationship or that friendship. Something's wrong there too. You probably don't want to be so close to that person. It doesn't mean that you have to completely cut off the friendship, but just know that that person is not someone for you to rely on. If the person's trying to use you for any kind of reason it may be, you could also tell from their energy, from their face. Because have you ever been around someone that it's like you don't really like them, but you need something from them? So, I don't know, a teacher, I don't know, honestly, I don't know what to think about, but someone that you don't really like, but you need something from them. So you're listening to them and you're kind of smiling and you give, you're there like coexisting with them, but you can straight up tell that that person is not fully aware or fully present at the moment. They're just basically like waiting for what they came there for, to get whatever they need from you. It could be intimacy, it could be money. Now, one of the most important tips that I would give for someone that, especially girls, but guys too, is don't give in the first date, or even the second, or even the third. I mean, intimately, don't give in. That should be the end goal. Get to know that person and see who they really are. If you like them, if you connect with them spiritually, emotionally, if they have the same values as you. Do you even know your values? So figure that out first. There's a lot of guys and girls out there with second intentions that you will not maybe realize it right away. But if you have your values strong in your heart, you will not give in so easily. I would even go as far as wait until marriage, but I understand that a lot of people disagree with that, and that's okay. So just wait until you truly know that person and you're very confident with your choice that you want to be with that person. It's not just someone that you will see today and tomorrow they might break your heart, or you might not even have. These are my tips to know if you're being used. I hope you're not being used, but if you are, now you know. So do something about it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.